In a case that once shocked the country, a key accused has now been granted bail. Not because the case has been resolved, not because the evidence has been fully examined, but because of a clerical error. This is the Meghalaya Honeymoon murder case, and Sonam Raghuvanshi is now out on bail. At first glance, it sounds almost unbelievable that something as small as a documentation mistake can influence the direction of a murder case. But this is exactly what has happened. According to the court, there was a flaw in the arrest documentation, a technical error, a clerical lapse. Now, in criminal law, procedure is not just formality, it is foundational. Every arrest must follow a strict process, from documentation to timelines to legal compliance. If that process is compromised, the entire action can be questioned. And that is what opened the door for bail. There are also concerns that the accused was not given proper access to legal counsel at crucial stages. And when due process is not followed, courts are often compelled to intervene, regardless of how serious the allegations may be. This is where the story becomes larger than just one case, because it raises an uncomfortable question. What matters more in the legal system, the crime or the process? Ideally, both should work together. But in reality, the system is heavily process-driven, which means even a small procedural lapse can weaken a case significantly. Not because the facts change, but because the way those facts were handled doesn't meet legal standards. And this isn't an isolated issue. Across the system, there are delays, documentation gaps, and procedural inconsistencies. Sometimes, cases don't stall because truth is unclear, but because the process itself breaks down. And that brings us to the larger debate. Is this a failure of the system, or is this the system doing exactly what it is meant to do? Because due process exists for a reason. It protects individuals from wrongful arrest, from misuse of power, from arbitrary action. But when that same process becomes fragile or inconsistently applied, it can also create gaps that impact serious cases. So what we are left with is a paradox. A system designed to protect justice can sometimes complicate it. And the real question now is, in cases like this, is the system being fair or is it becoming ineffective?